Welcome to our channel BizMine. Building Habits for a Successful Life, a comprehensive guide, is a book about developing good habits. We would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to our newest video, in which we will be discussing the topic of developing habits in order to lead a successful life. Our daily lives are built on habits, and those habits have the power to either propel us forward or hold us back. In this all-encompassing guide, we will offer you 10 of the most important pieces of advice on how to form healthy routines that will pave the way for a prosperous and fulfilled life. First and foremost, you should determine what your goals are. Establishing your objectives serves as the foundation for the development of habits that will lead to a successful life. In order to accomplish this, you need to sit down and give some thought to the goals that you have set for both your personal and professional life. When you have a distinct mental image of what you want to accomplish, the next step is to break it down into smaller, more manageable chunks. This procedure will assist you in developing a roadmap for reaching your objectives, which, in turn, will assist you in developing the behaviors necessary to reach those objectives. Second piece of advice. When trying to establish new routines, one of the most common errors that people make is that they attempt to make too many adjustments all at once. This can be extremely overwhelming, which will likely result in failure. Instead, it is imperative to get things off to a slow start. Pick one simple behavior to concentrate on at a time and work to incorporate it into your day-to-day activities. After you have successfully incorporated that habit into your life, you are able to add another minor habit, and from there, you can continue to build on what you have already accomplished. Third piece of advice: formulate a game plan. The formation of habits that will lead to a successful life can be greatly aided by the creation of a plan. This requires determining the specific steps that you will take to develop the habits that are necessary to achieve the goals that you have set for yourself. For instance, if you want to increase your productivity at work, your plan might include getting up earlier, organizing your priorities for the day, and getting rid of any distractions that might get in the way. You will have a distinct path to follow if you make a plan, which will make it much simpler for you to continue progressing in the right direction and realize your objectives. Fourth piece of advice: cultivate an optimistic attitude. Building habits that will lead to a successful life requires a successful person to have a positive mindset from the beginning. Your frame of mind influences everything you do, from the routines you follow on a daily basis to the objectives you set for the long term. To cultivate a positive mindset, you should begin by concentrating on your positive qualities and past achievements. Next, you should adopt a growth mindset, which places an emphasis on personal development and advancement. You can make yourself more resilient in the face of challenges and increase the likelihood that you will achieve your goals by cultivating a positive mindset. Fifth piece of advice: integrate good habits into your everyday routine. It is essential to make the habits you want to build a part of your daily routine if you want to develop the habits that will lead to a successful life. This requires making the habits you want to develop a priority in your life and scheduling time in your schedule each day to work on developing those habits. Your efforts will pay off in the long run as these behaviors eventually become second nature to you and become an integral part of your daily routine. Sixth piece of advice: monitor how far you've come. Building habits that will lead to a successful life includes an essential component, and that component is tracking your progress. You will be able to see how far you've come and celebrate your successes along the way if you keep track of your progress using a habit tracker app or a journal. This will allow you to see how far you've come. This will not only assist you in remaining motivated and focused on your objectives, but it will also provide you with a sense of accomplishment as you watch your progress over the course of time. Seventh piece of advice: surround yourself with people who will encourage you. It is essential to cultivate habits that will lead to a successful life to surround yourself with people who will encourage and support you. Find friends and family members who are committed to supporting you on your journey and who have similar goals to yours. Join communities or groups that will provide you with encouragement as well as a sense of responsibility and the drive to succeed. When it comes to accomplishing your objectives, having a support system at your disposal can make all the difference. Eighth piece of advice: concentrate your attention on just one habit at a time. When it comes to developing habits that will lead to a successful life, it is essential to concentrate on developing one habit at a time. Attempting to make too many adjustments all at once can be an overwhelming experience that ultimately results in failure. Instead, make the acquisition of one habit your primary focus at a time. Then, once you have effectively incorporated that habit into your life, you can then proceed to the next habit on your list. If you want to be successful in developing healthy routines, you should take baby steps and work up to the challenge gradually. Ninth piece of advice: make time for your own self-care. Taking care of yourself on a regular basis is one of the most important habits you can form to set yourself up for a successful life. It is absolutely necessary to take care of your physical, mental, and emotional well-being if you want to keep the energy and focus you need to achieve the goals you have set for yourself. This can include things like getting an adequate amount of sleep, eating a healthy diet, regularly exercising, and making time for relaxation and self-reflection in your schedule. 10th piece of advice: accept that making mistakes is an inherent part of the learning process. When developing habits for a successful life, it is essential to acknowledge that failure is a natural and necessary part of the process. Nobody is perfect, and along the way, we all wind up encountering obstacles and falling short in some way. Make the most out of these setbacks by viewing them not as reasons to give up, but as chances to improve yourself and your skills. Conduct an investigation into what went wrong, determine what changes need to be made, and keep working toward achieving your objectives. To summarize, it takes time, commitment, and effort to build successful habits that can carry one through their entire life. But anyone can develop the habits they need to achieve their goals if they approach the process in the right way and have the right mindset. Keep in mind that you should begin on a small scale, formulate a plan, monitor your progress, and surround yourself with people who will encourage you. And perhaps most importantly, recognize that setbacks are an inevitable part of the learning process, and keep pushing yourself to realize your ideal of a successful life. We appreciate you taking the time to watch, and we sincerely hope that you found this in-depth guide to be of assistance to you as you work toward developing more positive routines. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel for more content like this. Your subscription would help us continue creating and sharing videos that I hope you will love.